Hello there. Thanks for taking your time to swing by and check out my little presentation that I have prepared here. I wanted to talk about a little bit about the program that I programmed just a couple months ago, and I decided to split this presentation into two parts. The first one being actually a demo to showcase what the program can do and what it can't do, and the second part I thought was more about like the technical background, how it works, and also the reasons why I came up with it, why I thought it was necessary to build. Okay, let's get started with the demo then. So what we can see up here and down there is like two World of Warcraft clients, and we also have a Winamp client here that should essentially serve as a third World of Warcraft instance. The whole thing is just about the idea to send keystrokes to programs other than the active application in the foreground. So this is the idea behind the whole thing. So I'm going to go in here and demo a little bit what I can do. So essentially this shaman over there is going to do the things that I want him to do. And let's get started by just saying Dauerheilung, which means throw me some heals. So this works. I can ask him to put down some totems, so which he's doing too. Then I want to start the Winamp in the background by saying Spielen. So it starts the music. You should be able to hear that. Yeah, in the meantime I can do all kinds of things here. I can also ask him to start casting by saying Zaubern. Zaubern. Oh, that doesn't work because it currently has no target. Let me just do that. Now it has. I can ask my Winamp to go to the next track. Weiter. 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 Dauerheilung. So I can do a couple casts here, do all the things I want. For some reason I'm always missing this. Oh, I know why. Because it's way too high in level. I have other cool spells defined for my Shami, which are, for example, Water Shield, Wasser Schild. So it's casting the self buff on himself. I can also say Pferd, which essentially makes him mount. That all works. I can also say Spezial, Trinket, Trinket, Zaubern. So then he starts again doing the cast sequence that is defined in my speech command. So this all works, which is pretty cool. I can also say, once he's done, I can say what is he doing? I think he repeated it twice. Donnersturm. And I can say release totems. Release totems. So he releases it. And I say Pferd. So he mounts. Weiter. 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 Zurück. Zaubern. And he starts all over again. This is really cool, and what you now have to do is you need to come up with cool macros and things that actually work for you. Stop. So that turned off the music. Let me just get back to here and get a little bit into explaining how the whole thing works. You might have just seen that a couple of my speech commands didn't really go through at first try, and I had to repeat myself. And the problem with that is it is caused by a couple of reasons. I think the most important one is that I didn't really spend a lot of time with this recognition engine and Windows Vista because I just reinstalled my operating system a couple days ago. So you really need to go through all these tutorials in order to teach your recognition engine and to have it recognize and understand how you pronounce words, and so that it gets accustomed to your voice. But let's get back to the program itself. It is programmed in C#, just as a background information, which was a lot of fun to do. On the left side here we have a tree view, which essentially shows all the programs that you would like to communicate with. All this information here comes from an XML file that is being written and read once you do modifications here, like adding commands and changing keystrokes and this kind of stuff. And essentially these guys here are the Windows executable names. So obviously for Winamp down here we have winamp.exe, and when you click on this drop down box here, it shows you all the active Windows processes that are currently running. And so setting up a command and then just referencing the target application through this drop down menu is pretty easy. So I had to reference the programs through the Windows executable, because as you can just see, I have two World of Warcraft clients open and both of them have the same Windows title. So I needed to come up with this in order to make it work reliably. Yeah, what else can I say? That's pretty much it. I mean, let's make a little test and add a command for the priest down here. So we go up here and I'm going to put in inneres Feuer, which means inner fire. I'm going to target the Windows process, which is in this case wow2. I just noticed I set it up this way. So, and I'm going to broadcast numpad 1 in this case. That's basically a key binding that I've already defined in WoW. When I go down here and press it, it does the self buff, which is up here. I have removed it now, and I'm going to add this. The tree view is reloaded, and we should have an inner fire here. So I can initiate this command by just double clicking it. That doesn't work because now it works. The problem with that is that the program currently is not supporting multi-threaded operations. Okay, and now I can say I can be up here and say inneres Feuer, and it does that. So it's pretty straightforward. In its current state, the program so totally violates the World of Warcraft terms of use that I decided to not release it in any form, because as I just previewed you or demoed you at the beginning of the presentation, you can just say one word and you can initiate a sequence of keystrokes, which is something that the WoW developers definitely don't want to see, because it automates things. It can automate things. So I'm specifically talking about the healing sequence that I can have the shaman cast by just saying Dauerheilung. So you see that I just said one word and it's broadcasting the three keystrokes here that I had defined with a delay of 1100 milliseconds. So this, if I decide to release the program, I certainly have to implement a technical restriction for that. Same with the repetition and what else did I want to say? You can do a lot of cool things in the end when you define your macros pretty well in World of Warcraft. So for example, I gathered a couple cool pictures that I wanted to show. For example, this is really nice. I just did this by just saying one word, and all the chamois went into the correct position basically. And then I said another word to just cast a chain here. That was pretty sweet. Or yeah, just a couple of impressions from my multi-box times. Oh, they are so beautiful. And oh yeah, this is when I dinged 80 with all of them at the same time, and here I exploited a couple of cool things in World of Warcraft when it shipped the expansion. Pretty fun stuff. Yes, this is what I wanted to say about my program. Thanks for stopping by, and yeah, talk to you soon.